Know those dreamy, colorful outfits from brands like Free People, Farm Rio, Alame, and Anthropology that also happen to cost a small fortune? Well, today I have a really fun video where you can get those looks for so much less on Amazon. I have found some incredible pieces that are inspired by some of my favorite brands, and I'm so excited to share them all with you today. You can shop everything in the description box down below. Everything will be linked in the order it appears. Also, if you're watching from, let's say, a TV, I will put a QR code up in this corner. That way you can just take out your cell phone, scan it with your camera, and it will take you straight to the product page for super easy shopping. You can also go to my Amazon storefront where I am constantly curating some of my favorite, most stylish and chic and affordable fashion finds on Amazon as I come across them. All right, let's get into this video. First up, this super fun t-shirt that I'm wearing. I've been on the hunt for some new fresh t-shirts. I feel like I've kind of steered away from buying new t-shirts for a while because there was like a while where I was like, I need to calm down on the graphic tees. And I've been kind of a little bit tired of the ones that I have. I found this one on Amazon and it really reminded me so much of like Farm Rio. I don't think that this is a t-shirt necessarily that Farm Rio sells exactly, but it gives that same fun vibe. Farm Rio's graphic t-shirts just are so colorful. They often have like fun tropical motifs, sometimes featuring fruit, like this, like a vintagey kind of look to it. And this bright pink color is a color that I personally love to wear. Now, this t-shirt does come in some different colorways, so if you're not crazy about the bright pink, there are some different options for you, but it fits very oversized. I got this in a small, I believe, and you want to take your true size. It's meant to look baggy and oversized, but don't size up thinking that like you need to get the baggy look, because that's completely unnecessary, unless you absolutely want to just swim in your t-shirt, in which case, go for it, sis. I am not here to tell you what to do with your life. This adds such a fun, bright pop of color to any look. You could literally just throw this on with jeans and a couple accessories and your outfit is made, because this just makes such a statement. Now, the track pants that I am wearing with this, I don't think are necessarily like a direct inspired piece from any of the stores that I mentioned at the top of this video, but I have really been noticing lately for street style that like baggy track pants are such a vibe right now. And so I wanted to grab myself a pair. I have a few pairs of like striped track pants that I've had for years, but they're all very fitted. And the cut that you want to look for if you want to be more on trend is that more wide leg baggy cut. Now, I got these green ones. They fit so perfectly. They're very comfortable. I did get them in a medium initially because that's kind of like my true size for like random brands on Amazon, if you will. Like usually medium is what's going to work for me. And the medium pants did fit really well, but they just weren't quite baggy enough through the tops of the thighs and the booties because I'm a little bit thicker in that area. So I sent them back and returned them for a size large. And it was the go-to because these now fit just the right amount of baggy. They're not so baggy that they kind of overwhelm my frame, but they give that fun streetwear look. They've got this great, thick, very stretchy elastic waistband that has a functional drawstring that's built in on the inside of it. So you could cinch them tighter if you need to. And I love that the drawstring is on the inside of the waistband. That way you don't see it from the outside. It's not going to mess with your outfit. The little drawstrings aren't going to be hanging and dangling down and being awkward. So it's all kind of hidden and tucked away. These do come in some other colors. I love the way that they fit. They're the perfect length for me. I am 5'7", FYI. And I think this is such a cute look. I'm kind of loving that like sweatpants can be sort of dressed up in a way that you could wear them out. Like I'm styling this two different ways. One very casual and also showing you a way where you could dress it up with a blazer, maybe a fun little crop top and some heels and make it a little bit more night out appropriate if you're into that sort of like edgy, trendy street style look. Okay, this dress, I kid you not, is the spitting image of a dress that I saw on Free People that I was absolutely obsessed with. And obviously for a fraction of the price. Y'all know Free People dresses are running like minimum $150 these days, if not upwards of $200, which in my personal opinion, I really just don't understand how Free People charges these prices. Like their designs are really cute, but I find sometimes that their fabrics are kind of not reflective of their price point. So it's kind of like, why not get the Amazon version that's probably made from the exact same fabrics, let's be honest. This dress, I just feel so beautiful in. It's just got a very fun feminine shape, and I think this would be such a pretty idea if you are looking for like a wedding guest dress, because it's just got this beautiful floral colorful print. It does come in some different color options if you're not crazy about this particular color combination, but all of them kind of have this sort of like sewn together like scarf type vibe where it sort of looks like a mishmash of a couple different scarves that were cut up and sewn all together. It's a lightweight sort of chiffon material that just flows so nicely. You'll probably see in the little cutaway that I'm spinning constantly in this. And as a girl who never grew out of spinning in a good dress, this dress is like the perfect twirly skirt for all of you guys out there who care about that. I love that the bodice is super smocked. So it's smocked all throughout the front, all throughout the back. So it's got a lot of stretch. It's got a lot of give. It feels so comfortable on. The sleeves also have elastic like on the shoulders and also throughout the little puff sleeve. So it's not restrictive at all. It feels really good on. It's got a little liner underneath to keep it from being sheer. Obsessed. Definitely keeping this one, and I will definitely obnoxiously be twirling in it constantly. Wanted to pop in here and say, if you all are enjoying today's video and you're not yet a subscriber, I would absolutely love it if you would think about hitting that red subscribe button down in the description box. I upload videos about once a week, always fun, affordable fashion videos with the occasional splurge, because you know, you got to treat yourself every once in a while. I also have a brand new travel channel that is for all my travel vlog content, so you might want to check that one out. It's Miss More Travels. And then I'm also on Instagram and TikTok where you can find me daily, usually definitely on Instagram. I'm there pretty much every day. So go find me on one of your other social media platforms that you love. Make sure to say hi. Forget to subscribe here. All right, let's get back to the clothes. This next top, I'm not sure if it's definitely a Free People inspired piece, but it really does look like something that you would get at Free People, and I just think it is so pretty. It actually looks so much more expensive than you would expect from something that is so affordable on Amazon. It really has this stunning like embroidered floral all throughout the shirt with like little traces of like this little mesh that kind of goes around the flowers, which is so pretty. You've got this cropped length, which works perfect with all your high-waisted stuff. For me, that is perfect. And then on the side, you have two ties on each side, sort of tie it. I'm wearing my little Free People Adela bralette underneath because this is just one of those tops where your bra, if you have to wear one, is inevitably going to show. So you should just go ahead and go with something that is pretty, that if it shows, it just looks like it was intentional and part of the styling of the outfit. And so those little Free People lace bralettes are perfect for tops like this. And the fact that I have one in white, it just kind of blends in and looks perfect with everything. It's lightweight, and this would just look so cute with so many different outfits. I feel like this summer, it just gives that sort of boho feminine vibe. Now, moving on to the pants that I have on with it. These are visually so much fun. I love a bold stripe. These, I think, are supposed to be inspired by a pair of jeans that Anthropologie sold. I don't really know for sure, but even still, they kind of just have the vibe of Anthropologie or Farm Rio or Free People. They do come in a bunch of different fun, bright colorways. They're just really fun and eye-catching. And every time I wear these jeans, I get so many compliments. They feel really, really comfortable on. I got them in my size medium. I would say they're definitely true to size with just a little bit of room to spare to make them just nice and comfy and not too restricting. They do fit a little bit cropped, like right at the bottom of my calves. So just keep that in mind. If you are taller, they might hit at a strange place. Really playful and fun. They're also really comfortable and such a fun substitute for just wearing like a basic pair of blue jeans, because these just inject so much more personality and style into your look. So maybe a little bit out of the realm of, you know, Farm Rio, Anthropologie, Free People, but I just recently got these sunglasses on Amazon and I have to shout them out because they are such a good designer inspired item for the Bottega sunglasses. These are just, they're so cool. I feel like this retro 70s, 80s aviator style is really huge this summer, and I love the oversized fit of these. They do have them in a couple other colorways, but what makes these truly a unique pair of sunglasses is you can see at the back of the little part that curves around the back of your ear. I'm sure that that has a technical term in the eyeglasses world, but I don't know it. But you can see that there's a little like gold bulb thing right there that kind of looks like the Bottega earrings, if you're a fan of those. So it's just something a little different. I don't know. It's really cool. They are slightly challenging to get on and off, but what I find is I just like slide them forward and just like roll them off my ears and they come right off. But you can see what this looks like. It just curves around the back and then these little guys go up underneath your earlobe. Definitely different. Very unique. little bit more of a to-do to get them on and off, but I just think they are so cool. This next dress, let's talk about it because it is so good. It looks so similar to a Farm Rio dress that I have had my eye on for such a long time, but like, 300 plus for a dress is a little crazy. And I saw this one on Amazon and I thought, you know what? Let's just go ahead and try it. The worst that could happen is I send it back because it's terrible. When it came, I was so shocked. First of all, let's not kid ourselves. The fabric is probably not going to be as good as the Farm Rio version. I'm sure the Farm Rio version is made of like beautiful 100% linen. This one, though, isn't awful. Like, I don't know if this is like perfectly 100% linen, but it has definitely a linen-like feel to it. It could pass for linen. It's not scratchy. And it actually feels and looks really nice. Like, I don't think anyone's going to know that this isn't Farm Rio. The fish part up top is super cute. It's embroidered. It's not printed on, which is another good plus because sometimes when you get these inspired dresses on Amazon, they are like something that should be embroidered. It's just in fact printed on the fabric. Another big plus. The one thing I will say about this is I got it in a size medium. The size chart suggested that I should get it in that size, but it is kind of very snug in the boob area. I feel like it's pancaking my boobs a bit. So kind of have to go braless with this. Even then, it's just very, very snug. So if you do have a larger chest, think about sizing up because I feel like it does run kind of tight in that area. Otherwise, the rest of the dress falls really nicely away. Everywhere else fits perfectly because it's just, a more relaxed silhouette of a dress. But right up here, definitely tight. But love this. So cute. I'm going on a little press trip to Big Bear, California for a fishing competition this weekend. So I think I might pack this dress to wear for like the media dinner that they have the night before because, your girl loves a theme and I feel like it goes with that theme so perfectly. So I know this video is about inspired pieces, but I would be remiss if I did not share this actual Farm Rio dress that I recently splurged on because you all know I love a good affordable fashion find, but every once in a while there is just something that catches my eye that I feel like is really worth the splurge. And for me, it was this dress. Now, when I tell you I saw this dress because I get Farm Rio's newsletter and it's really a dangerous thing to sign up for because every morning you're seeing like these beautiful pieces and you're tempted. But I saw this, I added it to like my shopping list, which on this app Listful, which is where I like, save things that I like kind of want to buy. Maybe they're a little bit more pricey, so it's like a thing that I have to think about. I thought about this dress day and night for months, and I finally pulled the trigger. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it because I think that this is a dress that I will love for so long. I am obsessed with this huge 3D. I want to say this is like a hibiscus flower or something on this dress. It is such a statement. And then you've got this beautiful like 3D like palm frond situation that's going on right here and like these little 3D flowers that are attached to the skirt. They kind of look like, I don't know, this one kind of looks like a lily. I want orchid maybe, but this is such a beautiful statement dress. It's got smocking in the back on either side of the zipper, so it's nice and forgiving there. You got these spaghetti straps that are adjustable. The dress is 100% linen. It's high quality. It's stunning. Comes in, I believe, also like a cream color, which would be so beautiful if you're like a bride-to-be and you're looking for like a pretty dress to wear to any of your bridal events, especially if you have a destination wedding, like stunning for like a dinner, or if you're going to like somewhere tropical for your bachelorette party. I would snap it up in a heartbeat. But this, again, Farm Rio is definitely a little bit of a splurge, but I think as you're going to see in this video, you do get what you pay for. And sometimes I just have to go for it. So just wanted to share this with you all. It's so beautiful. And I have yet to wear it anywhere, but man, I stare at it every day and I love it. So another brand that I absolutely love but cannot afford is Zimmermann. And one of the dresses that I've always loved from Zimmermann is like this high neck, like lacy, billowy sleeve little mini dress. And so I saw this one on Amazon, seemed very similar, thought I'd give it a try. Now, I don't hate this dress. I think it is cute, but it's not quite right. So first of all, these buttons are functioning. Like, could you not do us all a favor and build in a hidden zipper in the side? Like, who has time to button all of these buttons? Okay. And when I have long nails on, like I literally feel like I cannot function. So the time it would take me to get all these buttons buttoned would take forever. And then when I need to get out of it, I literally hope that I can because like they're just so hard to deal with. So for that reason alone, I don't think I'm going to keep this dress because I cannot be bothered to button that many buttons. maybe you're a person who isn't bothered by that. It is a really pretty dress. Otherwise, I think all the details in it are really gorgeous. It's got this like floral sort of eyelet sheerness going on. I love this sort of pleated, like almost like bib type situation on the front. And then it does come with a little mini white dress to wear underneath it that is completely detached because this is kind of, sheer in a certain way. So it all looks super cute, but I can't deal with the buttons. Also, it has belt loops, but mine did not come with a belt. So that's also a minus in my book. If you're going to have belt loops, you need to have it come with a belt. Obviously, I could wear one of my own belts with this and it would look cute, but I'd like the option to have the matching tie as well. You know what I mean? So it is not like a huge win. It isn't bad. It's just, there's just no way that I'm going to button and unbutton all these buttons. That's just absolutely ridiculous. This skirt is definitely giving me Farm Rio vibes, and I am loving it. I think this is such a fun, cute little mini skirt for the summertime. Would be so perfect if you are planning any kind of trip to anywhere tropical, but even if you're just staying at home, I just think the print is really fun and just will be so cute for any summer looks, regardless of your travel plans. A wrap skirt. So keep that in mind when you purchase it. I got it in a medium. I almost think I maybe could have gotten a large, only because of the fact that when you're dealing with a wrap skirt, if you have a little bit more of a booty and hips, the fabric is not going to go as far in terms of wrapping around you, if that makes sense. So this medium is fine, but I fear that when I sit down, the little wrapping situation is going to gape a little bit more. When you're standing, it's fine, but it's the sitting where a wrap dress or a skirt can become a situation, if you know what I mean. So if you do have a little bit more of a booty, you might consider sizing up just to have a little bit of extra fabric to accommodate. The print is gorgeous. It does come in some different colorways, but with like this same idea. The fabric is not terrible. It's definitely not as bad as the previous dress that I tried on, but obviously it's not going to be like Farm Rio level fabric at the same time. It definitely makes a statement. It's colorful, it's fun, it's bright, and it's just something different and unique. Another Farm Rio inspired skirt. This one also, the fabric is not bad like the previous one, but I feel like the sizing on this one is definitely off. I got this in a medium, and probably a good idea to size up in this because the back of it just seems so snug on my booty. And even though it does have the elastic in the back of the waistband, everything seems like it's kind of bunching up back there. So especially if you are someone who is a little bit more hourglass shaped or you're more pear shaped, you want to think about getting a bigger size just to accommodate for that because the sizing on this one is just weird. But not a terrible skirt. Again, the fabric is not going to be anywhere near what you're going to get quality-wise from a brand like Farm Rio. But this is just an affordable, inspired by piece. So if you can live with the fact that, it's not like the most incredible fabric, then this is a really fun skirt. They do have this in some other colorways, this one is predominantly blue. They have one that's like more of a pink background, one that's orange. You get the point. So there's other fun, bright colors that you can choose from. And overall, I think it's a really fun piece. So definitely a fun find. Just make sure that you size up because I would say the sizing on this one runs quite a bit small. All right, another fun Alame inspired dress. This one is super fun. The fabric is pretty subpar, I'm gonna say. But for whatever reason, I just think this one is a lot cuter looking. So I'm kind of giving the fabric a little bit more of a pass because I don't know, the colors on this one just look a little bit more vibrant. This just looks more fun and I feel like it kind of fits a little bit better. The other one just kind of looked sad and shapeless even with the waist tie tied. Pattern definitely has a lot going on. So if you want a fun statement piece, this dress is definitely it. This also, unfortunately, has fully functioning buttons all the way up the front, no side hidden zipper. I don't know what these people are trying to do to us, but the plus about these buttons is that the little hoop that goes over the button is stretchy and elastic. So it's so much easier to operate these buttons than it was the white dress that I showed earlier, where that is not the case. So it took me a lot less time and I was actually able to button it almost all the way up, even with the nails. So that is also a plus. It comes with a little waist tie. It's very thin, but it matches the fabric. You could also opt to style this with your own belt if you wanted to. And then it has this fun little ruffle flounce hem. Definitely a really fun, cute shirt dress. this is a dress that will get you compliments and noticed. So if you like to blend in, you probably aren't going to like this dress. But if you're someone who just loves something unique and different, I think this is a really cool piece. The only downside to it is, like I said, the fabric is not amazing, but if you can kind of get past that, a really fun, affordable alternative to an alame dress, which would probably have cost like over $500. Okay, this is another very Free People inspired top. Very boho, very breezy and romantic vibes this blouse is giving. Again, Free People. Something like this would have probably cost maybe like over $100. And the fabric that Free People uses, the construction of Free People, I feel like has not been amazing in recent years. And so it's like, why not find the more affordable alternative to that on Amazon, which is literally giving pretty much the exact same vibe. So a cute little tie and button front little peasant blouse. You've got this really delicate lace that lines the tank top straps, and then you've got all these little functioning buttons. Yet again, I feel like that's the theme of this video, is annoying functioning buttons that go down the front. Now it is very sheer, and it's not going to completely close in the front because you got a panel of lace where the buttons are. So again, like the previous Free People inspired blouse with the side ties, it's really a good idea to grab one of those little Free People lacy bralettes, or a bralette that kind of gives that same vibe, and wear that underneath this shirt, because you're going to see your bra. That's just the fact when you wear a shirt like this. So it's best to just embrace that and wear one that looks pretty when it peeks through. It's such a fun little casual summer outfit, pairing it with these little pinstripe shorts that I just recently got from Old Navy, which, stay tuned, I have a fun summer Old Navy haul coming up. I've never done one before, so really looking forward to that. Very beachy, very boho, girly, and this top is super lightweight. It feels breathable. It is 100% cotton, so that is nice that it is a natural material, and it does have some other color options if you don't like the white, but I think the white is just really pretty and crisp for summer. This dress I don't think is really necessarily inspired by any of the brands that is the theme of this video, but it just kind of has the same vibe as some of them. And I saw it on Amazon, and it had so many great like glowing reviews, and I obviously love it because it's a really cool abstract print. So I thought, you know what, this is a really unique dress. I don't really see anybody else talking about it, so I'm gonna grab it. And y'all, I'm a little disappointed. I do really like the dress, but the first thing that I have to say is you're probably going to want to size up. It is a knit dress, so it's kind of like a very lightweight sweater kind of feel. It has a little bit of stretch, but not a ton. But you can see in the way that this dress, which is a medium, usually the size that I would go for, like I said, random Amazon brands, and be relatively safe, you can see how tight it is, like everywhere. Like, and you know, maybe you like that look. Maybe you want it to be just like super form fitting. For me, I don't love how tight this is. I think I would need a large just to give me a little bit of extra breathing room, because I don't think a large is going to be like, I'm going to be swimming in it. I think it's still going to have that form fitting look, but it's going to have a little bit more movement, a little bit more ease on my frame, because it's not like straining everywhere. The other thing about this is it is very long. I'm 5'7". It hits right at the tops of my ankles. So if you're shorter than me, this is going to be a very long dress, and you would definitely need to get it taken up because of the fact that the bottom of it is very tight. You can see in the cutaway, the like depth of a step that I can take in this is very small. I feel like when I walk in it, I'm just kind of like because it doesn't really allow you to take a full stride. So that is the other thing that I don't love about it. It feels a little restrictive in that way. But otherwise, it's a really cool dress. It comes in, I think, 2 other colorways. One of them is like a pinky color instead of the black, and the other one instead of black would be like orange. But I love this black and cream colorway. I might send it back and try the large to see if maybe I can walk in it a little bit better, or maybe it's a little bit less like constricting everywhere. But a really cool dress. Just probably think about sizing up from your true size in this one. If you're looking for more fun Amazon designer inspired pieces, I have a whole video with like purses and accessories that are some seriously good finds. So I'll put that right here so you can go watch that next. Make sure if you are not subscribed yet that you hit that red subscribe button right down below, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys over here, and if not, I'll see you on the next video. Bye!